from Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, June 11th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.83 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,298 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $17, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,765. Antiwar.com reports the full recount ordered by Iraq's parliament last week and the May 12th election will not be happening. A fire Sunday in Baghdad destroyed one of the storage sites for ballots and reportedly destroyed a number of them. Salim al-Jabouri, the Speaker of Iraq's parliament, said the fire was a deliberate attempt to manipulate the vote and is calling for the country to have a totally new election. He's claiming the fire is proof of fraud. A revote could only be good for Jabouri, who lost his seat in the May 12th vote. Prime Minister Haider Abadi, whose party did very poorly in that vote, is also playing up the idea that the fire was an attempt to cover up vote fraud. Iraqi officials are giving all the signs they think this fire is intentional, but the officials complaining loudest about it seem to be the beneficiaries of it, allowing them to push for the election they lost to be thrown out. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co. UPI reports a federal judge on Saturday halted the deportation of a man who was detained while delivering pizza to a U.S. Army base. Judge Allison J. Nathan of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York stayed the deportation of a 35-year-old Ecuadorian native, Pablo Villavicencia Calderon, until a hearing on July 20th. Nathan also ordered federal officials to file court documents explaining why he should not be granted a temporary preliminary injunction. Calderon, who was detained while delivering pizza to the U.S. Army garrison Fort Hamilton in Brooklyn, will continue to be held at the Hudson County Correctional Facility in New Jersey. Legal Aid Society lawyer Gregory Copeland said, "Although we are disappointed that Pablo will remain detained, today's stay is a victory for him and his family and also for due process and the fair administration of justice." New York Governor Andrew Cuomo wrote, "There's compelling evidence that Pablo Villavicencia was improperly detained," adding he should be immediately released from ICE custody and an investigation should be launched into the circumstances of his arrest. Lawyers from the Legal Aid Society of New York filed a petition with the New York field office of ICE on Friday to have him released on humanitarian reasons, as he is the primary provider for his wife and 2 children, all of whom are U.S. citizens. The suit also notes his youngest daughter, 2 years old, has a congenital heart defect. The Legal Aid Society filed another lawsuit claiming Villavicencia was the victim of racial profiling and the detention violated his civil rights. Villavicencia is in the process of applying to become a legal permanent resident. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio posted on Twitter, "Delivering pizza is not a risk to public safety." For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the head of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on Sunday urged residents of 8 U.S. states to check for recalled pre-cut melon that is linked to an outbreak of Salmonella. The FDA and U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are investigating an outbreak linked to 60 illnesses and at least 31 hospitalizations in 5 states. No deaths have been reported, and the agencies urged residents in the 8 states to throw out the melon that may have been recalled. On Friday, Cato Foods, LLC, a unit of Spartan Nash Company, recalled fresh-cut watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, and fresh-cut mixed fruit products containing at least one of those melons produced at a Cato food facility in Indianapolis. The recalled products were distributed to Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Missouri, North Carolina, and Ohio, and sold in clear plastic containers at stores including Costco, Kroger, Payless, Owens, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Walgreens, Walmart, and Whole Foods. FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb urged people in the 8 states to check the fridge and freezer for recalled pre-cut melon linked to Salmonella outbreak. Of the 60 cases reported to date, 32 were in Michigan. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at FPPRadio.com.